Have you ever felt like blockchain is this giant inside joke that you're just not in on? Well, today, we're going to flip that completely on its head. What if I told you we could crack open some of crypto's biggest, most confusing ideas using just one simple joke? Let's dive right in.
All right, there it is. So, why is this actually kind of funny, if you're a crypto nerd? It's because hidden right there in that punchline are two of the most critical concepts in the entire blockchain world. Seriously, this isn't just a pun, it's a whole lesson crammed into one sentence. Let's break it all down.
So let's tackle that first part of the punchline. What in the world is the emotional baggage of a blockchain? Well, it all comes down to a little something called unresolved blocks. Right. So in our little therapy story, unresolved blocks are the heavy emotional stuff. But in the actual blockchain, it's pretty much the digital version of that. I mean, imagine you send some crypto, and it's just floating out there in the digital void. It hasn't been confirmed, it's not officially recorded, it's stuck in limbo. And yeah, for anyone who's ever had this happen, you know it is a major source of anxiety. Okay, so then how does the blockchain hash out its issues? This is where the real magic happens. Hashing is this incredible process of taking any amount of data, it could be a tiny payment or a huge complex contract, and crunching it down into one unique, unfakeable digital fingerprint. That fingerprint is the hash, and it's what locks every block securely to the next one, creating that famous unbreakable chain. It's literally the foundation of all of blockchain security. And that is the absolute genius of the joke. Hashing it out is something we do as humans, talking through a problem to solve it. But it's also the literal computer-driven process that makes the whole network secure. It's this perfect moment where our world and the digital one just slam right into each other. But this joke, it really gets at something a little bit deeper than just some clever wordplay. It actually points to a fundamental truth. Even our most powerful technology, well, it kind of needs its own form of therapy. It's not this perfect, flawless machine we sometimes imagine it to be. We have this tendency to talk about tech, like blockchain, as if it's infallible. But the reality is, it's a system that's constantly changing, built by actual humans, and it's got real problems that need solving. And hey, just like in therapy, the very first, most important step is just admitting there's an issue in the first place. So what's actually on the blockchain's therapy couch? Oh, the big stuff. Huge issues like scalability. I mean, how can it possibly handle global level traffic without slowing to a crawl? Then there's latency, which is just the fancy technical term for those annoying unresolved block delays we talked about. And of course, the big one, the problem of super high transaction fees. These aren't just little glitches. They're the core challenges the entire community is working to, well, hash out every single day. So this isn't just some abstract idea. What do you actually do when you're the one stuck staring at an unresolved block, wondering where your transaction went? Let's turn this silly joke into a real, practical survival guide. Okay, first step, just breathe. Seriously, remember the joke. Even the blockchain has issues. It's not just you. This happens all the time. Step 2, time to become a detective. You're going to use something called a block explorer. Think of websites like Etherscan or Blockshare as your best friends. You just paste your transaction ID in there and it gives you a live status update. It is by far the best way to feel in control and see exactly what's happening behind the curtain. And there you have it. We took one goofy little joke and used it to unlock what unresolved blocks are, the security magic behind hashing, the constant therapy happening in the crypto world, and even gave you a practical tool to use. It's pretty amazing how a little humor can make even the most complicated technology feel, well, a lot more human. So I'll just leave you with this to chew on. What other complex tech could we understand better if we just found the right joke to unlock it? Because when you really get that double meaning of hashing it out, you're not just getting a punchline, you're getting a peek into the very heart of how this whole thing works.